Hey, it's Chastity with Life with the Monicos, and we are going to do the first paycheck of May and what we actually were able to put on the house. We're going to talk about my new job on top of the other two. We're going to talk about the possibility of Jeremy getting another job and what we've been doing to stay on track to be able to pay off our debt. To say that April kicked our butt, nowhere near it. Like, it crushed us, especially right toward the end. Okay, so let's start with how my new job helped us a little bit. And what I did was, I have the cards. I have what we have been putting on the house every 2 weeks. If you're new here, this is basically following my husband and I, who have been married almost 20 years. We have two teenagers, a 17 and 18-year-old, trying to pay off $142,000 worth of debt. Now, just to let you know, we don't have that much debt now. We started this journey 3.5 years ago. So we have a huge snowball because we only have 2 debts left. We have paid off numerous credit cards, numerous cars. We've paid off personal loans. We've paid off medical debt. We've paid it all. So we have every 2 weeks we had a huge snowball. This was in March. That's what our snowball was. And this is every 2 weeks I was getting to put this on debt. And then, we had to take some pay cuts. So this is where we were at. April. April kicked our butt. So we did get a stimulus check. We didn't plan on getting a stimulus check, but we did. Because we didn't plan on it, or we're putting it into the budget for anything else because we've been trying to keep our 2-week budget, we got to put that on a card and put it into our house fund. Now remember, these technically aren't going on the debt yet because we have hit pause, which is frustrating. But in the same sense, we're waiting for my husband to be laid off. He works in an oil field industry. As many of you know, there is a price war right now going on. Now we have excess of oil and no storage. It's crazy. So we are not paying anything on that. So I got another job because that $192 wasn't cutting it for me every 2 weeks on the house. To go from $1,200 to $192, that was devastating for me. I felt very defeated. Like, we had been on this road for so long. How could we end up here? And I had to be positive about it because we are able to pay all our bills. We're able to still technically live the life we've been living and still put a little bit of money. But I went and got a new job. So this was like my first little itty bitty paycheck, and we stole a lot of money because I'd rather over budget for something than under budget. As in, like, I put $200 every 2 weeks away for the Jeep Wrangler payment. The payment is only $380 some, so there's $17 left over every time after we paid off. I moved that into this little card, and that's how we came up with that number. Now, we still don't like that number. Excuse me. So we got a little bit more creative, and Jeremy, the first like 2 or 3 days into May, Jeremy sold the Blue Beast. And I'll insert a picture of it right now. And there it goes. We are sending the Blue Beast to a new home. So, this is what we decided to put on the house from the sale of the truck. So we put $2,000 into the house fund so we can kind of make up, the difference in some of these 2 weeks that just aren't cutting it for us. So we put that into the house fund. Now, the first paycheck just came through. And this isn't going to be right either. Because guess what? Jeremy took another pay cut. A 10% pay cut. Guaranteed, everyone across the board did. Pretty soon, I told him he's going to have to pay his employer to work there. A guy that got laid off in the first round, and there has been, I think, 2 or 3 rounds of layoffs with his company, but a guy got laid off the first round. He is not receiving the extra $600, so don't even go there, but he is receiving unemployment. He is actually making more money without the $600 extra than my husband is still working. So please, the people that are working, be gentle to them. Okay, so I went and got a job at a local grocery store. Let me tell you this. I've been in some pretty important jobs like third key holders, management positions. Your grocery store workers are not paid enough, especially with all this going on. Crazy. Okay, so with my pay from the grocery store, with my pay from the federal job, with the personal budgets I've been doing, which you really can't count those because I've been giving a lot of leeway to a lot of people because they just can't afford my fee right now. So hopefully the people I am helping will pay it forward, send me a gift card later on instead of, the $50 I charge. So I've been taking a hit there, but it's what I can do for our communities right now to help people survive, to lessen the burden, to keep them going, to try to keep them positive and understand, you can move forward. Hit after hit after hit, you can move forward. All right, so this also includes the refund from our wine tour. We do little rewards for every payoff, and we set a limit of $10,000 of debt, and we were going to do a wine tour when we hit that. We bought the tickets, we did the hotel room, and then all this pandemic happened, so it got canceled. So we were going to reschedule, but it was looking like it's right now we just need to stop and focus on what we're doing. So we asked for a refund. So this does include 2 paychecks from the grocery store. It includes the $80 refund, and it includes what was left over from the budget. So this was the 2 weeks. It's $688. I got excited and put $1 too much. Okay, so we got to put into the fund $688.03. A far cry from our $1,200, but it's better than that $192. And this is going to be readjusted again because we have to figure in now another 10% cut from my husband's paycheck. I don't know how we keep doing it, you guys. I don't know how we are doing it, but by the grace of God, hard work, determination, teamwork, family unity makes a huge difference because we keep going and we keep, raising away. Dave Ramsey says, when your hole is bigger than your shovel, and what that means is your hole is in your debt, is bigger than your shovel in your income, that's when you need to add another shovel, which means another income. Jeremy is actually thinking, and we're trying to decide if it's feasible, because he still is working a 40-hour work week, and it is very manual labor. So he has brought up the idea of delivering pizzas on the weekends. Now, he is trying to convince his boss, like, hey, we should do 410s, because that way at least it'll give him 3 days and give him a little bit more of a break. My husband is awesome. It's still up in the works. We don't know if he's going to be doing it or not. He has had a couple side job feelers out, so that's also a possibility to bump this up. I was actually put on a standby schedule, and what that means is that's going to cut into my days at the grocery store. So those paychecks, I get paid every week at the grocery store, those paychecks are probably going to shrink even more because I had to limit my availability, which is a little frustrating, but again, at least we have that little extra. I just did, I think it was 11 days straight, and that's why you're not seeing as many videos. I know I used to post 2 or 3 a week, but we are out there hustling. And when I say hustling, I'm talking hustling. So we are going to continue down this journey of trying to make extra money, of trying to get extra jobs. There's not a lot of stuff we can sell anymore. In the last 3.5 years, we've actually sold a lot of stuff. So Austin and Autumn do have enough money saved up. Austin is looking for a car, and being that it will be his first car, we also have to try to figure out how to, it's like a 401k match parent thing. If he saves up $1,000, up to $1,000, we will match him up to $1,000. Now, if he saves up $2,000, we're still only matching him up to $1,000, and that has to do with our budget. And second of all, we really don't want these 16-year-old kids or 17-year-old kids, their first car to be really nice. You know what's going to happen. So we also have to figure out how to put that into the budget, because hopefully soon the notaries are opening up. I know Jeremy has an appointment today. They're by appointment only, so it is kind of hard to get into one. So that's another thing we have to plan out. We also have to figure out how to pick a motor up. We did find one. We are going to fix the Jeep Liberty, Autumn's car, whether she puts the money in to fix it, or there's a possibility she might sell that one to her brother. He's gonna pay to fix it, and then she might actually buy a new one, or a new used one. We're just really weighing our options, thinking about what's going on. But I wanted to keep you guys updated. I know I have been lost in the world of real life. I'm sorry. I miss you guys so much. I wanted to keep you up to date. I wanted to give you guys the motivation that hit after hit after hit, you guys can do this. We're doing it. If we can do it, anyone can do it. And we just wish you guys the best of luck in paying down your own debt. And if you haven't already, go subscribe, hit that like button, because then maybe I can make some money off of AdSense and add another income, another shovel, dig our way out. That's what we're going to do from now on. All right, guys, I will keep you updated as much as possible. We miss you, and I'll see you in the next video.